see the question. Hi everyone. Hi guys, we're going to start in about 1 minute. Okay, 11 a.m. So, good morning everyone. Can you all hear me? Is it clear? If it is clear, can you type yes so I can see from here? Yeah, hi guys. Is it clear? Can anyone give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clear? Clear, alright, thank you so much. Okay, so good morning everyone. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. And it's a pleasure for me to see all of you today. And welcome to Mdrt, Malaysia Mdrt MCC live show. For those of you who don't know me, well, my name is Kaka and I have been in this industry for 6 years and I have qualified Mdrt for 3 times consecutively with 1 call of the table. And I'm MCC member as well. MCC stands for Membership Communications Committee. So our job is to communicate to all of you and our job is to encourage all of you to achieve Mdrt. Why Mdrt is so important? Apart being the top 2% of life insurance advisor across the whole world, Mdrt gives your client confidence. And most of your client thinks that Mdrt advisor will actually have better knowledge in what they do. Just like a doctor, specialist is always better than practitioner. So for those who are aspire to be Mdrt, this year is your year. Do all your best, go out there and hit your Mdrt. And that was my introduction. So let's move on the topic today. This live show is about 45 minutes sharing, so I will break into 2 parts. The first part is about my topic, and my topic is about how I help my client to turn adversity into opportunity. And the second part is about question and answer. So after my sharing, if you guys have any question, do ask me and I try my best to answer everything. Okay, so now let's move on to the first topic. The first topic is that I want to focus on the first point that I normally do to help my client to turn adversity into opportunity. I start with stay in touch with my client. So how I stay in touch is that from the first day of the MOC, I started calling all my clients. But during the conversation, nothing related to insurance. Because the purpose of calling is that I want to get to know my client, the whole situation, MOC. How does this affect their lifestyle? How does this affect their family? How does this affect their well-being, their children, even how it affects themselves? A lot of people actually receive a lot of messages from WhatsApp, a lot of emails, or even Facebook posts. All these a lot of negativity messages. But our job is not to enhance the negativity to your client, but what you need to do is that to give a positive vibe, to give a positive energy to them. At this point of time, everyone is worried, but what we need to do is to show care for your client. Try to show care for your client and also add value for your clients. For example, if your clients have children at home, then you can even share what kind of website that you can share with their children to keep their children occupied. Then another thing is that, for example, you have a lot of mothers, they actually cannot even go to the grocery shop due to the virus. So you can even give them a contact, this supplier who supplies actually vegetables, fruits, seafood, anything you can share to your client as long as it benefits your client. And on top of that, maybe a lot of your clients not used to Zoom meeting, right? Because it's very new for all of us here, even for myself. After the MOC happens, I start to learn how to actually utilize digital to connect to my client. So you can even teach your client how the Zoom meeting works. At least they can keep in touch with their family, their loved one. They can keep in touch with their friends, whoever that they want to keep in touch. They no need to, oh my God, it's lockdown, so I cannot even keep in touch with them. There's no such thing. You still can do your work as usual. You still can do your daily activity as usual, but it's just that now turned into with a technology. Another thing is that whatever you want to tell your client, I believe is that try to practice your empathy sincerely. During this tough time, everybody also thinks that, oh my God, I just hope that a lot of people actually give me some care. That's the times that we have to be there for your client. And you know that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. That's the most important. Is it lagging? Hold on. The facts of life. Okay, for example, future is unpredictable, right? 4 months ago, we were all celebrating New Year. We are all happily saying that, oh, this is gonna be an amazing 2020. Everything is new, New Year, new resolution, everything is very new. All is so excited to welcome 2020. But nobody actually knows that 4 months later, this coronavirus is affecting the whole world. Every country is being locked down. Even our government need to declare MCO. And you can see, all the things is going down. People not able to go to work, people not able to make a living, then children not able to go to school, and also the whole economy is badly affected. That's where that government actually step in to actually help the SME and those people who are affected by giving 3 months deferment for insurance premium and also 6 months deferment from loan. So you can see that everything is unpredictable. It's really, really so sick and so suffering. A lot of them out there, they are suffering. Let me share with you a real life situation that I had. Actually last week, I received a call from my client, and so happened that this client actually is my friend. So she's a business owner, and also she's a single mother. I don't want to mention her business because it will be very, very sensitive, but then her business has been affected since December. So actually this virus has been affected her financially for 5 months. So when she called me, she showed the depression, she expected depression about the whole virus and MCO thingy. How does the whole thing actually affect her badly? Then after that, during the conversation, I thought that, okay, maybe, you know, I can help her by just share with her about the 3 months deferment for the insurance premium. So when I share with her about this, then she said that, yes, Kaka, it's good, but honestly, by saving 3 months premium, it doesn't really help me much because I have to, you know, I'm a single mother, so I have to pay a lot of things for my children, and also I try my best to be the best mother even I don't have a husband. So he sent the children to international school. He gives the best for the children. So she said that it was really, really suffering for her. But then since that she never, then I told her, before actually she put down the phone, I told her, if really, really you need the 3 months deferment for your insurance premium, do let me know, because I will do it for you. I will make sure it to still help to loosen the burden that you have now. Then after that, ends of the conversation. Then 1 day later, she called me again. So when she called me, I was expecting that she said, Kaka, just proceed, do the 3 months deferment for me because it will help me to loosen up my burden. But then she didn't say that. She said that, Kaka, I really, really need to do something. Because this client actually 5 years ago, I have helped her to make up an education plan for the children. So she told me that, you remember 5 years ago, I have this plan with you, until now I am still paying. Can I just take out some of the cash from this plan? Because I have been using up all my hard-earned saving to support my family, my children, and also herself. And she is really has been utilizing it so much, and now she needs a liquid cash. So can she actually take the cash flow from the plan? The moment she said that, she cried immediately. When she cried immediately, it was like very, very sad for me because I couldn't even reply her. When she cried immediately, it made me really, really want to cry. And she starts saying that she failed in her marriage, and now she also failed as a mother, and she didn't actually fulfill her responsibility as a mother, and she now need to destroy the children education funds. It was very heartbreaking when all this word come from a single mother. Oh, sorry. But then I told her, it's never mind. If you really need to take the cash flow from your plan, is fine. But one thing that I would love to tell you, I tell her that you are one of the most responsible mother that I ever know. Because 5 years ago, at least you set aside some of your money to put into this plan. At least now, when in times of needs like this, you can actually take the money to support your life and also your children. And on top of that, I told her, doesn't matter, when you are still healthy, once everything is back to normal, then you can make back the money. But if you are not healthy, at least the sum assured can take care of your children's education. Then from that moment onwards, I can calm him down and she feels, yes, at least I did something for my children. So guys, from this situation, it really made me realize that there's so many things we can do. There's so many things we can do with this MOC. Still so many people complaining, I don't know what to do, this and that, every day. But honestly, there's so many people need our help. There's so many things we can do during this MOC. And reach out to those people who don't have a proper financial planning. Because you know why? Things happen like this. It's unexpected. And when it happens, those people who do not have a proper financial planning, they will suffer. So from this case, from this real life situation, I would love to share with you all 4 important questions to ask yourself and to ask your client. So the first question is that, can any one of us guarantee that our health will not change for the next 3 to 5 years? Then some of your clients will say that, oh, it's okay, maybe our health won't change. But you can see the answer is definitely no, because we are not God. We don't know what's going to happen for the next 2 to 3 months. How can we predict ourselves what's going to happen 3 to 5 years? We do not know. So the answer is no. So the next question you can ask your client is that, what if the greatest asset in your life? Some will say is that my car. Some will say that it's my house. Some will say that investment. But ask yourself, where did all these things come from? Isn't it from your income? Then you ask the same question to your client. If I were to ask you the same question again, what is the greatest asset in your life? And they will answer you differently. And when they mention, yes, actually my income is very important. So ask the next question, what have you done to protect the greatest income and the greatest asset in your life? Ask that question to your client. And the third question, what is your emergency cash account? So some of your clients will say that my bank account, FD, my emergency cash account will be my property. When something happens, I sell off the property, I liquidate the property, then after that I get the money to support myself. So you ask this question to your client, if given you a choice, would you want to use your hard-earned saving during emergency? Or would you want to use external funding, which is from insurance, during emergency? Which one do you pick? It's so simple, is that for us, for example, we actually have 2 credit cards. One is our personal credit card, second one is our company's credit card. If we will actually go out there and go to eat nice food, for example, in the restaurant, which one do you want to use? Are you going to use your personal credit card or are you going to use company credit card? It's so simple. If you have a third party who help us to pay the expenses, why don't you want to touch your hard-earned saving? Does it make sense? So the last question that I would like to highlight is that what kind of situation will someone lose the abilities to earn? Ask this question to your client. So most people, they will just say that, oh, maybe like this, when there's a pandemic like this, you know, then people will lose their ability to earn. Some will say that, yes, when you are critically ill, definitely you will lose the ability to earn. Or premature death, or disability, you will lose the ability to earn. So it's so simple that due to this pandemic, many of us has actually lost our ability to earn, right? So do you think that this is just like a preview of what is it like being not able to make a living temporary? And it's only 4 months or 5 months. By not able to make money for 4 months, or by not being able to work for 4 months, it has impacted our life so badly. What if our ability to earn gone? Not 4 months, but 4 years. What will happen to your family? And what if not 4 years, but you lose your ability to earn permanent due to critical illness, premature death, or disability? What will happen to your family? And the worst part is that permanent, but you are still there with your family. From a breadwinner, now you are burdened for them. What will happen to your family? If you are someone who have a wife and children, let's say 3 children, will you ask your wife who has been housewife for 10 years, go back to employment? Will you ask your wife to do that? From someone who never worked for people, now she needs to go out there to work for people and earn a living to feed the children and the husband and take care of herself. Do you think she is able to do that? And are you ready to see her suffer? If you are ready to see her suffer, then it's fine. There's no need to do a proper financial planning because you are ready to see her suffer. This is all the question that you can actually talk to your client during the conversation. You can talk to them during the Zoom meeting. You can even talk to them during phone conversation, whichever actually is comfortable for them. That's how that actually I want to highlight a perfect of life. Because whatever that I share with you guys, it's not about sales pitch like, oh, you should do increase your coverage because I think that your coverage is not enough. There's no need to do that because what we need to do is that the situation now we are having or the situation now that we are facing is impacting our life. So there's no need for me to actually create some sales technique or strategy to actually encourage you to talk about insurance. But why don't we just share with them the fact of life where they are going through at this point of time? It's very important. So from there, actually, I can understand that why don't we now, what we do is that help our client to understand the fact of life through these 4 questions. Okay, let me read you the 4 questions. The first is that, can any one of us guarantee that our health will not change for the next 3 to 5 years? Second question, what is the greatest asset in your life? Third question, what is the emergency cash account? What is your emergency cash account? And fourth question is that what kind of situation will affect the person's ability to earn? That's very important. So from here, actually, I really can realize that how the whole thing works is that how actually use this adversity to turn into opportunity for our client. Before MCO, do you realize that when you want to talk to your client tend to say that, I'm so sorry, I got no time because I'm so busy, I'm stuck with my daily life. I have to do work from morning to night. When I come back, I'm tired, so I don't really have time to look into whatever you just try to share with me. But during this MCO, do you think that they have so much time at home? Do you think that this is the time for them to relook into the greatest, relook into whatever they're having now, and to relook and replan into protecting the greatest asset they have in their life, which is their family. So I really believe that in this FSCT, all of us here have done very, very well, because we have tried our best to always talk to our clients about why income protection is so important, why critical illness is so important, and also why we have done our best is that we even taking care of the family who is not even ours. Hope you guys agree, right? Please, if you guys agree, give me a thumbs up. What we do is so amazing. We are taking care of family who's not even ours. Okay, so that's all about my sharing about how to turn efforticity into opportunity. And now we can start with a question and answer. Let me see all the questions. Can you guys hear me? Okay, let me see the question. Hold on. Wait, okay, let me check all the questions. I think I better use my headphone. Sorry for a while. Because it's a bit lag. Okay, let me go through the question. Okay, what is the question number 4? The question number 4 is that what kind of situation will affect the person's ability to earn? For people who are not suffering now, still have an income, how do we get them to see the suffering that could potentially just... Okay, so simple. For example, when I mentioned about the scenario to my client, if let's say 5 years ago, you never actually make a plan with me together to put aside some of your saving into this account, so you could have actually spent all your whatever money that you have after you earn. So if something happened like this, where is your emergency fund from? Whereby you already have utilized all your saving, all your money from your saving account, and there's nowhere else that you actually can look for. That is where our plan comes into the picture, which is have the large sum assured with a cash value inside. So for example, it's something, let's say we are still healthy, nothing happened. At least the cash value, you can just take it back, take it out, withdraw the cash value to take care of your family. But if something happened, for example, you're critically ill or you're not around, at least you can use the sum assured to replace whatever money that you are going to make. What market do you specialize in, saving or protection? I actually do both. I actually do any kind of market. As long as the person needs to do a proper financial planning, then I will be there for them to teach them how to actually do in the proper way. Do you reach out stranger during this time? No. I only call all my existing clients. And my existing client actually refer me business because they knows that, wow, Kaka, last time when you mentioned to me about income replacement, it doesn't ring a bell because I get it is, okay, maybe yeah, if something happened, then at least my income is protected. But now, these 3 months, these 4 months, it really is a wake-up call for me because there's so many people are suffering, there's so many people are not able to work. So when this thing happens, 4 months is already giving people such a big impact. But what if it's going on for 4 years? And the worst part, what if it's going on for this permanently? What What if they say that your plan is very good, but I don't think I can afford the premium as I might lose my job and my business affected? Yeah. Some also, yes, the client actually told me that. But actually, you see, if the amount of the money, let's say their income, 10,000 per month, they cannot even take this money actually to go out from their side. Do you think if it involves a big amount of money, can they sustain with their lifestyle? There's no way. What if the what motivates me to maintain my Mdrt? One thing that actually I have shared with some friends, also some agents, because few backs when actually I never do the Mdrt, I always listen to people that, oh, if my agents like Mdrt qualifier is very good, because Mdrt qualifier is someone that they already know, what they do best, and also in terms of knowledge, they have a better knowledge compared to any other agents. So I asked them why. Then back to the question just now, back to the answer that I shared earlier. You see, like for example, when you want to go and see doctor, you're not feeling well. When you go and see doctor, are you going to look for GP or are you going to look for specialist? Because you always think that specialist always have a better knowledge in what they do. That's how that the trust level is there. Do you mean at this time when you're in touch with your client, you raise up this 4 fact of life question? Is it appropriate or quite sensitive now? What do you think? The question is all about reality, right? We are not creating something which is not happening. We are actually sharing something which is happening. It's not a marketing strategy, or it's not a sales concept that actually we share with them. It's about fact of life. Why will fact of life offend them, right or not? Even we don't need to say it out, they also realize that a lot of people are suffering out there. Correct? What is your routine day every day during MCO? So what I do is that the moment I wake up in the morning, when the first time I started calling my client during the first MCO, which is on the 18th of March. So normally I will just still in my pajamas, then I take out my phone, then I started calling them. I feel that when you do all this kind of thing, right, like you're not dressed up, you just wear all these pajamas, your energy is not there. So when you talk to your client, right, it's like your client feels that okay, your energy is not really there, like that's why actually the moment that I know that I have to be back to normal. So when the moment I wake up, I have to get dressed, I have to, as if actually I'm working, going to office, but I'm at home. So I dress up like with working clothes, everything. Then actually I start talking to them about the fact of life. And also one thing that I think for all the agents, right, remind yourself, MCO is not a holiday for us. Some people, they think that MCO is a holiday. We are not on holiday. So please continue doing your FIBI every day. Just do your FIBI as usual, but instead of you doing through face-to-face appointment physically, why don't you do it face-to-face appointment through technology? Yeah, this is very important. We have to keep our momentum. We cannot be, now what we do is that we just keep quiet and just waiting for the MCO ends. Then after that, by the time we only start running, it will be too late. What we need to do now is to get prepared for your Q2. Get prepared, do your planning. You just assuming that this situation will last for another 2 to 3 months. So at least, if really happening for 2 to 3 months, you are ready to do it. But if let's say this situation ends next month all of us can go out. Do you think isn't it better for us? Now our skill set has improved, not just through face-to-face appointment physically, but we are so good in face-to-face appointment through technology. Do you think that is better for us? So why don't we just take this opportunity to learn more? Because by having more skill set is always benefit you better. Kaka, what will you be closing after the 4 life fact question? My client realized that the importance of income replacement. Really, when these things like when their business not doing well, then after when something happened, then I think there's one thing is about COVID-19. Some actually my client also bring up the topic, hey Kaka, just touch wood, if I'm down with COVID-19, if I were to increase my critical illness coverage, do you think that company will reject me? Or can these illnesses, COVID-19 will be under one of the exclusion? My client asked, Then after I said that, probably, we don't know. Because normally people who are actually down with this kind of virus, they tend to have some complication or maybe some kind of illnesses that is still inside their body. So we do not know. So why don't you make sure that you are kept covered or kept protected when you are now healthy? Because honestly, the case rise every single day. Like yesterday, we just broke the record, 208 cases, new cases. So we totally don't know who is going to be down with COVID-19 the next 1 week, the next 2 weeks, the next 1 month. We do not know. So what if this COVID-19 will actually be one of the exclusion in the critical illness coverage? We do not know. So why don't we just get us covered properly well before things happen? Okay, when client always say this is the time to save cash, not to buy insurance. So how to solve this problem? Yes, one thing I believe is that cash is always king, right now. A lot of people love to keep cash. But in our insurance industry, there's so many products will be appeal to different group of client. Some client actually they focus more on protection. Some client they focus more on return. So when this client mentioned that cash is king, so I want to keep my cash first. You can even actually share an idea to your client is that, then why don't I help you to provide cash? You can maybe pick on like traditional plan that give you a guaranteed return, that give you a guaranteed stream of income every year, regardless the market is doing well or not doing well, or regardless whether you're sick or you're not sick. So I'm here to provide cash for you. Since that cash, you want to hold cash, then why don't I do it for you? I generate a cash for you. Okay, let me see the next question. How you achieve your first Mdrt? How I achieve my first Mdrt is that when I joined this industry, I always know my company qualification. You have to achieve certain number of, we call it TPC. But then when I start to learn from other financial advisor, learn from other insurance agent, then they ask me, Kaka, it seems that you are really hardworking, you are really committed in what you are doing. Why you are so contented with whatever you are achieving now? You should actually go for another qualification, which is the international qualification. It's called Mdrt. So when I heard about this Mdrt, right, then I start to share with my client, do you know what Mdrt is? Then my client said, yeah, I heard, my friend's advisor is Mdrt qualifier, Mdrt members. And Mdrt members is different because they are proven, the way they advise you, they're so professional. And you can really have a very full confidence in them and also full trust in them. So make sure that, if you want to look for insurance advisor, make sure that the insurance advisor is the Mdrt members. That's how that I promise myself from this year onwards, my minimum benchmark is that I have to achieve Mdrt. Okay, then the next question is that how do you build rapport with your client during this COVID-19 period? Okay, most of your clients, right, you do not need to build rapport anymore because most of them, or normally before even become your client, normally there's the time you build a rapport. But once they become your client, you are actually the next person they trust the most after their family. You know why? Because if anything happened to them, the first person they want to call is you. And anything happened to them, you are the person need to take care of their family. So building a rapport not necessary to your client, unless just client that you never talk to for years, then maybe you can start building rapport. But if your client like you talk to them on and off, there's no need to build rapport. What you need to do now is that you have to keep in touch back with them, stay in touch with them, and please create more value to them. Create more value to them and give them a benefit. Any value as long as something which actually benefits to them. For example, I do even mention to my client. There's one time that actually I tried to call my client. I say hi dear, because if the client woman, I always mention hi dear. So I say hi dear, how's everything? Is everything's going well for you? Then I say that, by the way, the purpose of me calling you today is not to actually, you know, because some agent they ask, oh, it's time for you to top up insurance because you are very free, you know, these are times, you know, you can do all this. But I don't really say all this, but what I say is that I would like to thank you. Then she said, why? I say everything is uncertainty now, you know, everything is so uncertain. Uncertainty is everywhere. Everything is so uncertain. So I'm not sure whether I'm healthy or not tomorrow or next week or the next 2 weeks. Or I'm not even sure that you are healthy or not next week or next 2 weeks. Since that today I'm healthy, you're also healthy. I will just take this opportunity to thank you, to have trust in me, and to believe in me to become your insurance advisor. Because if you never be my client, there's no who I am today. So at least I will take this opportunity to say thank you to you. When I say that, my client also feels that, wow, I didn't know that you're going to say all this, because the moment I saw your names there, I thought you're going to upsell me something. I say no, it's just about gratitude. Yeah, I just feel very thankful that you are one of the person who make me who I am today. Kaka, people are concerning on surviving income rather than starting a new commitment for income protection. How do you counter this? To begin with, you have to actually share with them. Income protection is not a commitment. Income protection is an asset to you. A lot of people out there, you still think that insurance is an expense, not an asset. Insurance is a part of your asset, not a commitment. So if let's say you were to protect when you actually have your own financial portfolio inside, so there's so many assets you have in life and so many expenses. Which one do you want to protect? Do you want to protect your asset or do you want to protect your expenses? Of course you want to protect your asset first. So insurance is part of your asset. It's not a commitment. It's not an expenses. Kaka, okay. Okay, Kaka, yeah, Kaka, yeah, but anyway, my name is very unique, okay. Did you manage to close any case during this MCO? Yes, I did, yeah, and also it's the income replacement, yeah, income protection. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think my time is almost up already. Yeah, so if let's say I didn't manage to answer the rest of the question, it's okay. Maybe you know the next time you can just leave it there. You still can type in all your questions. I will try my best to answer all the questions. Okay, so before I actually end my sharing, there's some things that I would like to share with you all. Okay, so guys, remember one thing: we are not on holiday. Okay, so our VP must continue, and please do something at home. Don't just wake up and do nothing and floating. We are not the people who are actually and just wait and see what is going to happen next, and wait to see what is going to happen, you know, in next 1 or 2 months. No. So please treat it this not a holiday. It's a working day for you, but it's just that you work from home. Okay, and try to familiarize with all the technology, because once the MCO ends, trust me, you will be better person in terms of skill set. You know a lot of things through technology. You can even next time, right, once the MCO ends, you not only do appointment outside, you can even do both. So do you think that it will be very protective for you, right? So stay safe, stay home, and also guys, don't give up. Please do your best. We all in this together. This is very challenging, not just for all of you, but it's also for me. So let's work together, learn from each other, and we do our best together to provide those people who even haven't done their proper financial planning. That's the time for us to reach out to them. Okay. Another thing that I would like to share is that, guys, please like our Malaysia NTID Facebook page. Okay. And also on top of that is that I really hope that this coronavirus is settled soon, so all of us can gather together for our Malaysia NTID Day 2020 in August. It will be amazing. Okay, you get to You get to learn from so many different speakers, and also you get to learn a lot of new concepts that you can practice and do your best to achieve your Mdrt. And just for Mdrt, you can go for the next level, COT or TOT. Okay. And before I end my session, I would love to actually share about the next speaker. Okay, the next speaker also is a MCC member. Her name is Michelle, and she achieved Mdrt for 5 times. And also she is very passionate to share with you all how she stay connected with her client through digital platform. Okay, so guys, please watch her tomorrow. I believe that you guys going to learn so much from her. Okay, so I think this is it. Okay, hope whatever that I have shared today beneficial to all of you. Okay, stay home, stay safe, and guys, don't give up. Okay, we do this together. Okay, all the best for all of you. Thank you so much.